The following podcast contains mature subject matter, adult themes, and may also contain profanity. You have been warned.
Howdy hi, Absurdians. Howdy hi, and welcome back to the show. A little show called The Absurd. Not that little, actually. Last week was episode 110.
Woot woot.
Not counting bonus episodes. I know we have a few new listeners. I've been contacted, some local, some unlocal. That is to say, far away. That rhymed. That over there is Mel. Say hi, Mel.
Hi, Mel.
That's 2 weeks in a row you've used that joke.
Hi, Rod. How are you?
I'm alright.
Yeah?
You?
Yeah, great.
Are you really?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
It's hot out.
Yep.
I hate it.
Sure is.
I hate it. And it's going to get hotter.
I know. This week is not good.
With humidity, it's going to be in the 40s.
Yeah, that shouldn't even be allowed.
Yeah, and that's the civilized temperature, in case you're wondering.
Yeah.
Like
You can't even go outside. Can't
No.
even do anything.
No.
It's
No.
bullshit.
Fortunately, after recording tonight, I have nothing to do in any of the evenings all week.
Oh, wow.
I'm elated. So I get to stay home and watch World Cup.
Nice.
On the subject of World Cup, woohoo Canada for
Yeah.
advancing to the group of 16.
I know.
Is that right?
I don't know.
Yeah, 16. Yeah. So that's awesome.
Cool.
So they have exceeded expectations. They never had a win in the World Cup before at all.
Mm-hmm.
They advanced to the group of 32, which was unprecedented for them. And then they won in an admittedly boring game, largely thanks to South Africa yesterday, who just kept passing it back and forth to their goalie.
Mm-hmm.
And Canada scored with like seconds left.
I saw it. I
Yes.
did see it. I was out yesterday and I was watching it. So the pub that I was at was pretty rowdy.
What pub was that?
The Tipsy Fox.
In Fergus?
No, actually in Arthur.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, I did know that.
Yeah.
I won't even ask what you were doing in Arthur. I was at Piper's yesterday.
Yeah.
I had my semi-usual table.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, it was glorious. Place was nice and full.
Cool.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, did you have a good weekend then?
Yeah, weekend was all right.
Yeah?
Yeah, nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy at all.
Yeah, what did I do? Oh, Friday I went to a friend's house party.
Okay.
And not house party in the teenage sense. It was maybe, 15 of us, 16 of us.
Okay.
And I made jalapeno hummus,
Oh, nice.
which went over well.
Yeah.
I think I had told you about the really good bottle of tequila I got, but that remained unopened for like 3 years.
Right.
That, for me, tequila isn't really the kind of drink you drink by yourself. I mean, some people probably do, but as you know, I rarely drink at home, so I never had opportunity to really have it. I decided, you know what, I'm going to take it Friday. I was raised to share, and I am a socialist, so I'm all for sharing.
Nice.
As long as I like the people.
Uh-huh.
Strangely, one of the women who was there, an older woman, she comes out regularly to bingo.
Yeah.
She's my friend's neighbor. I don't know.
Okay.
And she heard my voice, and she goes, I know who that is. And then realized, hey, it's you. I'm like, yeah, it's me. It's always been me.
Is this the same group you get together with every year? Same group of guys?
No. This is my friend Emily. She's actually the one who wants to order the shirt.
Okay.
I met her through Kara.
Yeah.
So Kara's like, come with me to the party. And I'm like, I don't know. So anyway, I did. So yeah, there's that group.
Cool.
Yeah, last Tuesday I went to see a show at Maxwell's, the Reverend Horton Heat, which was fantastic.
Cool.
I mildly over-imbibed. Well, because I don't imbibe that often, right? So
Right.
my tolerance is way down.
Yeah.
And anyway, mistakes were made. But,
Yeah. Yeah,
know.
well, we've all been there.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Did I do anything Saturday night? I don't think I did. I know I didn't. I stayed home. And then, yesterday. So that's my weekend.
Yeah, no, I didn't do too much. I had a baby shower to go to on Saturday.
I thought you were supposed to
about it.
bathe them. Like put them in a bath.
Who? Oh. Ha.
What?
Hilarious.
It is hilarious.
Yeah.
Baby showers. They're kind of like a money grab, aren't they?
Well,
Yeah.
like a stag and doe. Same kind of thing.
You got pregnant, it's not my problem.
That's right. You got engaged, not my problem.
Right. My sympathies, actually.
Yeah.
You know.
I never heard of stag and does until I moved out to Ontario.
What?
It's not a thing.
Well, what are they? Well, they're also called like buck and does.
Yeah, no, but it's something like that I never heard of before
Really?
in my entire life. It's very much a southwestern Ontario thing. It
What,
seems.
they don't have them in Alberta?
Nope.
Go on.
Nope. Never heard of it. And like I said, I've lived in Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, Alberta, BC, Saskatchewan. I've never heard of
Really?
such a thing. And then someone made mention of it when I had first moved to Ontario about a stag and doe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the heck is that? And they looked at me like I had 8 heads,
Wow.
right? I mean, now I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. But I was like, so you have a party to make money for the wedding that you want to have? I don't get it.
Well, I was talking to my mother about this, and what are they called? Wedding showers? Is that what they're called? Like,
or bridal shower.
yeah, bridal showers. Like my mom said, like at one time it was used kind of like to help the woman
Yes.
get stuff for her kitchen.
Yes.
But now it's like, oh, we kind of want a minimum of $300 a gift.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
pull this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it's completely different now, right?
know.
Like I remember having a wedding shower, bridal shower, whatever.
yeah.
And yeah, it was that. It was like a lot of kitchen-y
Yeah.
things.
Useful.
I've been to some since, and now it's like more lingerie or
Yeah,
like
what
you
is
know,
that about?
it's weird. It's weird buying somebody else lingerie.
Greed. Greedy
A
makes
big
a
giant-
hungry puppy.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff.
Do you know that, what do you call it? Not a parable. Like a fable?
What?
Greedy makes a hungry puppy?
I know.
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Because I tell you right now, when Tim Waters is listening to this,
Yeah.
he's going to be laughing his ass off. 'Cause I've told him this one like 40 years ago.
So can you tell me now, or you can't
No,
say
I'm
it on
telling
the
you.
air?
No, it's perfect. No, it's useful.
Oh, okay.
So a puppy's walking through the woods one day, and he finds a bone, and he's like, oh my God, that's fantastic. Right? So he picks the bone up in his mouth and starts happily lolloping home.
Yeah.
And he comes to a stream, and there's a log across the stream. So he starts to cross the log. And he stops and looks in the water. Well, what does he see? Another puppy with a bone in its mouth. So he looks and he goes, 2 bones are better than 1, obviously. So he watches the puppy. But every time he moves, it moves the same way. He's getting a little, like, tensed up. And finally he jumps at the puppy and falls into the water and loses his bone. Doesn't have a bone at all now.
Right.
So hence the moral of the story is greedy makes a hungry puppy.
Okay.
You got it?
I got it. I
There's a
follow.
lesson in there.
Yeah.
Don't try to take more than your share. You
Yeah.
might lose your share.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gold.
It is gold.
I know it is. Tell your kids it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a good lesson in there, dude.
All right.
Yeah. Don't think we have any business.
I don't think so.
Oh, one more on the soccer thing. I was supposed to
Yeah.
go to a family gathering this coming weekend in Napanee,
Oh yeah.
home of Avril Lavigne.
Yeah.
And I'm not going now.
Why?
Because Canada plays soccer at the exact same minute that dinner's or lunch is supposed to be out there. And it's not
Fair.
happening.
They won't have the game on.
Not a chance. Well, slim chance. But I'd have to go in the house and watch, and everybody be outside, and I'll get all kinds of, why don't you come out here and see everybody? So, no.
Is that what they sound like?
Well, no. So I talked to my folks, and they're like, "Yeah, man, if you don't want to go, let's go."
Yeah.
You know, I
Heck
am
yeah.
kind of old enough to make up my own mind.
You said it's like a family thing?
It is
Like,
literally a family.
Is
thing.
it like, will Natalie be there?
No, but it is
No.
that side of the
Yeah.
family.
Oh, okay.
No, she's not going.
Oh, okay.
They have a wedding or something to go to.
Oh,
Yeah.
sounds good to me.
So there'll be some cousins I would like to see, but I can kind of see them other times if, you know, I'm so...
The mood strikes you?
Well, I like them,
Yeah.
you know. Absolutely.
Mm.
But it is what it is, man. This is history. It's a soccer
True.
game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When's the game?
1 o'clock Saturday.
1 o'clock
I already got my
Saturday.
table, the usual table, booked at Piper's.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Are they playing before that or no?
Negative.
Hmm.
That's
Okay.
the next game. So this
Okay.
is all elimination. You lose, you're out.
Okay.
Same with yesterday. If they had lost, they'd be gone.
Got it.
So South Africa's back in South Africa.
Mm. Who do they play on Saturday?
They play the winner tonight of Netherlands or Morocco.
Oh. What's your prediction?
I don't know. Both are very good.
Mm.
Like I said, they've already exceeded expectations, so I'm
Yeah.
already happy.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
Everything after winning or coming out of the group is gravy.
Mm.
I think probably Netherlands is better though. Who I also like. I also cheer for Netherlands.
Mm.
But versus Canada, come on, give me a break. I wonder if they tied, if that would be going Dutch.
Well done.
Thank you. All right, let's get into the meat of the show, as it were.
Into the meat.
Yeah, I'm hungry. As always, but I don't need to go to Dollarama.
No.
Do you?
No.
Too bad.
I was there yesterday.
Me too. After being at Piper's.
Ah.
All right, why don't you begin?
All right. This one's not super long, but I saw this story the other day, and I figured it was a good talking point anyways.
I like it. Already. Yeah.
A Michigan couple is facing second-degree murder charges after they allegedly abused and neglected their 7-year-old son, who weighed 255 pounds.
What?
And died of heart failure.
Well, no doubt.
Yeah.
That's not, without tipping my hand, that's only slightly less than what I weigh.
Right. But
And
you're
I'm
not
6'3".
7.
No. No.
You're 6'3", and, you know,
Older
a
than
full-grown
7.
man.
Yeah, I think so.
Like 7. My son is 11, and I think he weighs like
70.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 70 pounds.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's crazy. Anyways,
Yeah, it's weird how we say weight in pounds, but temperature in Celsius.
it's a strange world, Rod.
Tell me about it.
On November 4th, 2025, paramedics were called to the family's home in Flint Township after they received a report that the boy, Casper O'Brien, was struggling to breathe.
That's a really cool name.
Casper O'Brien?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where
kinda
is this? Flint Township.
Flint
Where's that?
Township.
Is this Michigan?
It's Michigan, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Prosecutor David Lenton told the broadcaster that the house was so filled with items that there was not enough space inside for both paramedics and police to enter.
What?
So there was a bit of a hoarding
Yeah,
situation. He also noted that a 5-year-old girl was running around the house without any clothes. When the police, which is, I mean, hey,
That happens.
that happens all the time.
Yeah.
In my
I mean,
house,
I do it.
anyway.
Shit. You know, I
When-
don't run.
When the
Yeah, what would be the point of that?
Sorry.
Oh, God.
That's trying to
Giggle
be
puss,
funny.
giggle
yeah,
puss.
sorry. Okay.
Giggle.
When the police arrived, the 5-year-old girl was running around naked, and for lack of a better term, she was like a feral child, he said.
Oh, no.
Lenton described the incident as one of the most unbelievable scenes that the police has seen that I've reviewed in my 22 years of prosecuting as a prosecuting attorney. When paramedics located O'Brien, he was suffering from a medical episode and was unable to move, according to a criminal complaint obtained by the broadcaster. O'Brien died in the hours after paramedics arrived. Lenton said the boy's autopsy... Oh, my God, let me try that again.
Sure.
Lenton said the boy's autopsy determined that he died from a heart muscle disease and found that morbid obesity was a contributing factor to his death.
I think so.
These parents, I believe, neglected this child to the point that he became obese, the prosecutor said. The 5-year-old found at the scene was removed from the home on the day of the incident and was placed in protective care. I was wondering after, too, if the 5-year-old child was also obese.
Right.
The parents were also obese.
Okay.
So there's a common theme.
Yeah. Well, their bad dietary habits obviously went onto their kid, or at least one of them.
The children's parents, Damien O'Brien, 40, and Jessica O'Brien, 41, have each been charged with 1 count of second-degree murder, 1 count of torture, and 3 counts of second-degree child abuse. Lenton told reporters that he was unsure if Child Protective Services or the local school district was even aware that the O'Brien children existed.
Oh, wow.
He said that the parents took Casper O'Brien to a doctor only once in his 7 years, despite having health insurance. He also claimed that the boy had been bedridden and never went to school. They knew enough to call the veterinarian the very morning the child went into cardiac arrest because the dog was sick. I was like, veterinarian, where are we going with this?
Yeah.
So there you go. The dog was sick, so we're going to look after the dog first.
Sure.
But yet they don't take the kids to the doctor. It doesn't make any sense to me. The O'Brien's landlord reportedly told investigators that the home had fallen into disrepair and that they had become concerned after Damien O'Brien allegedly refused them entry when requested. The couple is scheduled to appear in court on Thursday for a probable cause hearing.
So there was nothing like the kid didn't have some sort of, I don't know, metabolic disorder that'll, like, how does a 7-year-old's frame
I don't
even
know.
support that kind of weight? Like, how does it even get to that?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Like, what were they feeding the poor kid?
Yeah. Well, they were just probably letting him eat whatever he wanted to, and, you know.
Yeah, but...
Like, especially in, no offense to the American people listening, but having pop for breakfast is a very common thing in the States. Yes. They will have Coke or things like that with their breakfast.
Yeah, I have seen, like, on Tickety Talk and Insta and such, presumably normal families in the States, at the dinner table, but they each have, like, a bottle of pop.
Yes, like the big 2 liters.
Well, I don't even mean that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, when I was a kid, there was no pop at the dinner table.
No.
It was water.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I still like water with meals.
Yep, same.
And I'm a bit of a pop junkie, like Diet Coke.
Yeah.
But, not for breakfast.
No.
Ever.
No.
Actually, maybe in younger days when I was really hungover and you got to get that.
Yes.
Got to get that coating out of your mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, like, it's water.
Yeah.
It's
pop was like a treat.
Yeah.
Like on a Friday night, and we would watch, like Full House and Family Matters.
Oh my God.
And we would have some chips, and Mom would bring out the pop.
Sweet.
And that was like our time to have pop.
Absolutely.
We didn't have it any other time. So.
Well, you know what's weird? Pop is way cheaper than when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like a case of pop, then like a 2-4 was way more money than it is
Really?
now. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what does that tell you? They're trying to get you filled up, boy.
Yep.
Get you some sugary drink.
Yeah.
That's not awesome.
We buy all the zero sugar pops now.
Oh, I only ever drink diet. I have for decades.
Yeah.
I the occasional ginger ale.
I love ginger ale.
Yeah, I do.
That's
and
my
ginger ale's okay too, actually.
Yeah, I don't love the diet choices. That's just me. But then they came out with the zero sugar stuff, and that
it's still
tastes
diet.
better. It tastes better though.
It's
it has
still
a different
diet.
taste
No.
than diet. It does.
Well, look at the ingredients. Actually, when we're at Piper's, I have to nip into Shoppers to get pop anyway. So there.
Okay.
I'm going to do some comparison testing.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really sad. I did actually see that story this week. I did not read it. I saw the title.
Yeah.
But again, like, why do you have kids?
I know.
Condoms they're not expensive.
No.
You know, like, or do what that Indian dude did and put some epoxy on it.
That's right.
Actually, for these two, that would have been a better idea.
Yeah, I would have.
Would have taken them out. Now, this poor girl is going to need all kinds of treatment for whatever ails her, both physically and emotionally.
Yep.
And educationally.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
God. It's like this. I might do this story later, but it's like an influencer.
Yeah.
Which makes me want to vomit every time I hear that term.
Yeah.
She died. She was giving birth at home, and she refused even a midwife or a nurse or anything because the internet. You know, because we don't need those things. That's just created by the medical establishment.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Get
and then
bent.
she bled out.
Yeah.
Do you know how many women in history have died from childbirth?
Yeah, I know.
Not so much anymore here because we have doctors and nurses.
That's right. That's what they're there for.
Natural friggin' selection.
Yep.
I think the baby survives, so that's an upset.
Yeah.
Except for that it's going to grow up and realize what an absolute moron its mother was. Well, really?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, God. Influencer. That's code name for asshole. Okay, I have a story.
Yeah.
This is a medical story.
All right.
You may have heard of this one.
Okay.
It's happened back in the 90s.
Okay.
Yeah. So, in fact, this case inspired episodes of The X-Files, Grey's Anatomy, House, and Scrubs.
I loved House. That was a great
too.
show.
And The X-Files. Love The X-Files.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, House is fantastic. He was hilarious.
Oh, my God. He was so funny. I loved him. I had a huge crush on him.
He's English, too, right?
Yeah.
Like, he does a really good American accent,
Yes, he does.
I think.
Yeah.
So anyway, on February 19th, 1994, 31-year-old Gloria Ramirez was taken by ambulance to Riverside General Hospital in Riverside, California. She had advanced cervical cancer and was suffering from severe nausea, vomiting, and irregular heartbeat and difficulty breathing. At first, the case looked like a medical emergency rather than a mystery. Ramirez was critically ill, and emergency room staff began treating her as they would any unstable patient. They gave her sedatives and medication to control her heart rhythm, placed her on oxygen, and prepared to shock her heart when she did not respond. When the staff noticed something very unusual. Several people in the room later said Ramirez's body appeared to have an oily sheen. Others reported a strange odor described at different times as garlicky, fruity, or ammonia-like. When a nurse drew blood from Ramirez's arm, the smell reportedly became stronger. Registered nurse Susan Kay was one of the first to handle the blood. She later said she noticed an ammonia-like odor coming from the tube. Soon after, she felt a burning sensation on her face and fainted. The blood sample was passed to Dr. Julie Gorchinsky, a medical resident. She reportedly noticed small, manila-colored particles floating in the blood. The doctor began feeling nauseated and lightheaded, left the trauma room, and then collapsed. Respiratory therapist Maureen Welch also became ill and fainted. The emergency room began to unravel. Staff members who had been treating Ramirez were now becoming patients themselves. Some felt dizzy or short of breath. Others reported nausea, muscle spasms, or burning sensations. The pattern was alarming enough that hospital officials ordered the emergency department evacuated. Patients were moved outside to the parking lot. A makeshift treatment area was set up there, while a small team stayed behind to continue trying to save Ramirez. At 8:50 p.m., less than an hour after she arrived, Gloria Ramirez was pronounced dead. Her official cause of death was later attributed to heart and kidney failure related to her cervical cancer. But the emergency did not end with her death. In total, 23 hospital workers reported symptoms after the incident. 5 were hospitalized. Dr. Gorginski was the most seriously affected and spent about 2 weeks in intensive care. She later said she suffered breathing problems and developed hepatitis, pancreatitis, and avascular necrosis, a condition in which bone tissue begins to die from lack of blood flow. The hospital treated the scene as a possible contamination event. Ramirez's body was isolated, and later autopsy procedures involved unusual precautions. Investigators had to consider whether staff had been exposed to a toxic gas, a chemical spill, a pathogen, or something connected to Ramirez herself. The case immediately became public. Newspapers called Ramirez the Toxic Lady, a nickname that her family strongly disliked. To them, Gloria was not a medical oddity. She was a mother of 2, a sister, and a woman who had gone to the hospital for help during the final stage of a serious illness. Her family also questioned how the case was being handled. They were angered by delays in releasing her body for burial and by suggestions that Ramirez herself was the source of whatever had sickened the hospital staff. At her funeral in April 1994, relatives and clergy criticized county officials and the hospital for the way she had been treated after death. I'm going to interject here. Who gives a shit? Like, well, because you didn't get the body soon enough. Well, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I know.
Like, she's not going to get up and,
No.
move to Afghanistan.
No, exactly.
Like, isn't it important to find out what the cause was?
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
I understand your grief.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, and it should be handled tactfully.
Yeah.
And compassionately, but
Sure.
the way she was treated after death, like what, an autopsy?
Yeah.
Give your head a shake. Investigators faced 2 separate questions. The first was why Ramirez died. The second one was why so many emergency workers became ill while treating her. County officials eventually concluded that Ramirez died of natural causes, specifically complications of advanced cervical cancer. That finding, however, did not explain the collapse of the hospital workers. After 2 months, officials acknowledged that the cause of the staff illnesses remained unresolved. One early explanation was mass sociogenic illness, sometimes called mass hysteria. Public health investigators interviewed emergency room employees and noted that not every person near Ramirez became sick. They also found that some patterns in the reported symptoms did not fit neatly with a toxic exposure. For example, many of those most affected were women, and routine blood tests after the exposure did not show a clear toxic injury pattern. That explanation was controversial. Staff members who became seriously ill rejected the idea that their symptoms were psychological. Dr. Gorginski pointed to her time in intensive care and later medical problems as evidence that something physical had happened to her. The mass hysteria theory also did not fully account for what several workers said they observed before collapsing: the odor, the oily sheen on Ramirez's skin, and the particles in the blood sample. The Riverside County Coroner's Office later asked scientists at Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory to examine the case. They proposed a chemical explanation involving dimethyl sulfoxide, commonly known as DMSO. DMSO is a solvent that has also been used as a home remedy for pain. People who use it sometimes report a garlic-like taste or smell, and it can leave an oily residue on the skin. Livermore scientists suggested that Ramirez may have applied DMSO to her body to relieve her cancer pain. Her family denied that she had used DMSO. The Livermore theory depended on a chain of chemical events. According to the hypothesis, oxygen given to Ramirez by paramedics could have helped convert DMSO in her body into dimethylsulfone. That compound can form crystals at cooler temperatures, which might explain the particles reported in the blood tube. Livermore scientists proposed that under the conditions of the emergency room and attempted resuscitation, dimethylsulfone could have been converted into dimethyl sulfate, a highly toxic chemical. Dimethyl sulfate can injure the eyes, lungs, liver, and other tissues, and even small exposures can be dangerous. That theory offered a possible explanation for several otherwise unrelated details. The oily skin, the garlic-like odor, the crystals in the blood, the sudden illness among nearby staff, and the disappearance of the toxic agent before investigators could find it. But it was never confirmed. Dimethyl sulfate was not detected in the samples analyzed after Ramirez's death. Livermore scientists argued that the chemical is unstable and could have broken down before testing. Critics questioned whether the proposed reactions could realistically have occurred outside a human body or during emergency treatment. The case remains in an unusual position. The mass hysteria explanation did not satisfy the hospital workers who had collapsed. The DMSO theory was scientifically developed and published, but it depended on a sequence of events that no one could prove had happened. The family rejected suggestions that Ramirez had caused the exposure through an unreported home remedy. No single explanation resolved everything. That's it.
Interesting.
Yeah. So have you ever heard of that one?
I don't think I have.
It, I remember actually an episode, I believe it was on Law and Order, with similar overtones of what happened to this woman and the medical stuff. Curiouser and curiouser.
Yeah.
Hey.
Interesting.
So, yeah, dude, that's a medical story of the day. Medical mystery.
I tell ya.
It was a good time, yeah. I need a fisherman's friend.
Do ya?
I'm going to call Dave.
Who's Dave?
He's a fisherman's friend.
Is he?
Yeah. So, do you got another story there for us?
I do.
Mel.
I do. We're going to go back to 1996.
It's not that long ago, in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, well, that was the year I graduated high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you finished high school. No, just kidding.
Thanks.
Yeah, just kidding. Yeah. Where are we going to?
We're gonna, well, you'll see.
Okay. I guess I'll hear, actually.
What?
I'll hear, I won't see.
Well, no.
Yeah. Okay, proceed. You may begin.
The summer of 1996 was supposed to be the adventure of a lifetime for 20-year-old Karina Holmer. Back home in Sweden, Karina had won a modest lottery prize, about $1,500.
That's decent. I'd be thrilled.
Yeah, especially in 1996.
Yeah.
Instead of spending it on clothes or saving it, she used the money to buy a plane ticket to the U.S. She landed a job as an au pair for a wealthy family in Dover, Massachusetts. Boo. Blah, blah. That word. Massachusetts?
No.
Massachusetts. Yeah, sure. That place.
Yeah.
A quiet, affluent suburb just outside of Boston. By all accounts, Karina was vibrant, friendly, and thrilled to experience American life.
I like her.
But just 3 months after her arrival, the dream ended in a crime so shocking it would haunt Boston for decades. It was Friday, June the 21st, 1996, the summer of solstice. In Sweden, midsummer is one of the biggest celebrations of the year, a night to stay up late, dance, and welcome the summer sun. Karina wanted to celebrate. She traveled to downtown Boston to meet up with a group of friends, mostly fellow Europeans. The group ended up at Zanzibar. There's a Zanzibar in Toronto.
I'm
Different.
Well aware.
Different. Yep. Been there a couple times, let me tell you.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah.
We don't have that in Canada.
This place, though, is a multi-level packed nightclub in Boston's bustling theater district.
Hate it already.
The music was loud, the energy was high, and Karina was enjoying herself.
Good.
However, as the night stretched into the early hours of Saturday, June the 22nd, Karina became heavily intoxicated. In the chaos of the crowded club, she became separated from her friends. By 2 a.m., the lights came on and the club emptied its patrons into the warm Boston streets. Karina was seen outside a nearby convenience store on Tremont Street. She was visibly compromised, alone, and trying to figure out how to get back to Dover. Witnesses later recalled seeing her talking to various people in the crowd. One specific detail stood out. A man walking a large dog was seen trying to chat up Karina and several other women. And then Karina vanished into the night. The search for Karina didn't last long, but the conclusion was horrifying. On Sunday afternoon, June the 23rd, a man was scavenging for recyclable aluminum cans in the alleyway of Boston's Fenway neighborhood, about a mile and a half from the nightclub. He opened a heavy black plastic trash bag inside a commercial dumpster, expecting trash. Instead, he screamed. Inside the bag was the upper torso of a young woman. Police rushed to the scene, and dental records quickly confirmed the tragic truth. It was Karina Holmer. But what terrified investigators wasn't just the murder itself, it was the chilling clinical nature of the crime. The medical examiner determined that Karina had been strangled to death. Afterward, her killer had cleanly, almost surgically, bisected her body at the waist. The murderer had meticulously washed her upper body and even removed her makeup before placing her in the bag. The lower half of Karina's body was not in the dumpster. Despite massive searches involving dive teams, tracking dogs, and landfill excavations, her lower extremities have never been found. Boston detectives launched a massive investigation, interviewing hundreds of people. Naturally, they looked closely at those nearest to her. Suspicion initially fell heavily on her host family. The father was a photographer who owned a studio in South Boston, and investigators discovered a small trash fire on their property shortly after the murder. However, after rigorous forensic testing of the home, the studio, and the family vehicles, absolutely no evidence was found. The family was completely cleared. Then a haunting clue emerged from across the Atlantic. Shortly after her death, Karina had mailed a letter to her best friend. Shortly before her death, not after, because that's kind of weird. Before her death, Karina had mailed a letter to her best friend in Sweden. In it, she wrote a line that now sends chills down the spines of investigators. She mentioned that something terrible had happened and that she was planning on cutting her trip short to come home early. She never elaborated on what that terrible thing was. Had Karina witnessed something she shouldn't have? Was she running from something she knew? Or did she simply cross paths with a predator while vulnerable on the streets of Boston? Decades have passed since the warm June night. The Zanzibar nightclub is long gone, and the alleyway in Fenway looks completely different. Yet the agony for Karina's family in Sweden remains frozen in time. Karina's killer successfully melted into the Boston crowds, carrying a dark, horrific secret, and has managed to hide in plain sight for 30 years. But cold case detectives refuse to give up, periodically reviewing public appeals for information, hoping that someone's conscience or shifting alliances will finally break the silence. The case remains open and active.
Huh. Poor Karina.
Poor Karina, indeed. I wonder what happened to that poor girl.
What has to be wrong with somebody to, like...
I don't know.
I don't... well, obviously I don't get it because...
Obviously, yeah.
I'm not a psychopath.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. Yeah,
I'm gonna... okay, here's my input.
Okay.
I have nothing to back this up. No evidence, obviously, as I only just learned of the case.
Mm-hmm.
But see if you think this is a very bold statement for me to make.
Okay.
I'm going to say it was a guy.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the expression, which is not entirely true, but it's close enough to true to be used.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly not all men, but always a man.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it's not true. I mean, there are There are women who have committed heinous
Sure.
acts of criminal butchery.
Sure.
But they're few and far between in comparison.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's too bad they don't know. Like something like that, and they never found her lower torso.
What? I don't want to know.
Like, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Get a hobby.
Yeah.
You know, macrame or
Yeah.
origami or something. You know, collect miniature goats.
Yeah. Miniature goats.
I
Wow.
love miniature goats.
Do you?
Yeah. I don't know if I could have one here.
No, well.
Because I don't think you can train them where to pee and poop.
No, I don't think you can.
I don't know that, but I'm going to guess
you
can.
could get one and see what happens.
I wonder if they do go on a pee pad.
You could try.
Yeah. All the bleep rats here would hassle it.
Bleep rats.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it.
You got something to bring us on home, or what?
I do.
Okay.
And I can't say that nobody dies.
Okay.
That's good. But it's not an awesome story.
Cool.
So scientists have uncovered a disturbing change in both mice and rats infesting America's biggest cities, making the rodents harder to kill than ever before. Researchers at Rutgers University in New Jersey found the vast majority of smaller house mice and larger brown rats in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Washington, D.C. have genetically mutated to become more resilient to poison. Specifically, 5 out of every 6 rodents tested displayed at least one mutation in the VKORC1 gene, which has been found to affect how well the poisons work. The study of nearly 300 house mice and brown rats also confirmed that more than 69% of the rodents carried additional genetic mutations, which previous studies have proven make rodents immune to common exterminator poison.
Awesome.
The changes were significantly greater in the smaller house mouse,
House mouse.
which typically measures between 2 and 4 inches in length and can squeeze through the tightest space to get inside homes. They can do. They can like flatten themselves, eh? Yeah. Meanwhile, the brown rat, also known as the sewer rat or Norway rat, which can grow up to 10 inches long.
Oh my God.
That's not including the tail. Was found to be much more susceptible to common pesticides as they displayed fewer of the mutations. Rutgers postdoctoral researcher and lead study author Jinjia Yu said in a statement, "Genetic mutation is not that special in these creatures, but we found that the house mouse shows a lot of genetic mutations related to rodenticide resistance." In large urban areas, rodent infestations have been a common public health threat for decades, as scientists consider them a major source of disease transmission from animals to humans, passing on illnesses such as the hantavirus, salmonella, and the plague. It should be noted out like the plague, like that hit Europe in the 14th century. It wasn't rats. It was fleas that were on the rats. The fleas carried the plague.
Okay.
But they got about by being attached to rats, and that's how they cross paths with humans.
Right. Okay.
You noted that the smaller mice were likely mutating faster than the brown sewer rats Americans are used to seeing in the streets, because this species tends to be more curious than their larger peers. The researchers told the Philadelphia Inquirer that house mice were more likely to eat unfamiliar foods they come across, which leads to them consuming rodent bait more often. So the more it's like us with antibiotics.
Right, yeah.
The more we're exposed to it,
Yeah.
the less effective they become. So
Yes.
it's like those dolts, like, I got a cold, I need antibiotics. First off, cold is a virus. Antibiotics ain't doing dick.
No, that's right.
And then they don't finish them because they feel better. So now we're getting to the point where antibacterials and even antivirals, they're not working as well. And we got no new ones in the run. The more exposure these tiny rodents have to fatal poisons, the more their DNA has a chance to develop a mutation, which protects them from falling ill and dying, making current exterminator tactics less successful. Meanwhile, sewer rats are still playing catch-up because you called them pretty smart creatures who know to avoid live traps and new food sources that may be poisoned. According to Census Bureau data cited by the researchers, 29% of all households in Philadelphia have spotted a rat in their home. So that's over a quarter of all homes.
God, no thank you.
No thank you indeed. Mice are bad enough.
Yeah. I'd rather find a mouse than a rat.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want either, but
15% of New Yorkers living in the borough of Manhattan have experienced rat problems in their apartments or homes, and 1 in 5 residents in D.C. said the same. The Rutgers team started looking for DNA mutations in city rodents in 2021 after local pest control companies began noticing that common poisons called anticoagulant rodenticides were becoming less effective at stopping rodent infestations. These poisons work by stopping blood from clotting, causing internal bleeding in the pests. While the plague may be an extremely rare illness humans can contract from contact with mice and rats, new fears have recently emerged over the return of hantavirus. Remember that was on the cruise ship just a couple weeks ago.
yeah.
Hantaviruses are a deadly strain of respiratory illnesses that typically spread by inhaling particles released by rodent droppings, urine, or saliva.
Gross.
The animal bites and scratches can also cause infections. Early symptoms include fever, fatigue, and muscle aches, which can later progress to headaches, chills and nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. Sounds like you should just slap some Pepto-Bismol on that.
Apparently.
Health experts have warned that a resilient hantavirus strain could be a candidate for a future pandemic. Oh, that's awesome. Researchers wrote in the journal Pest Management Science, the house mouse and the Norway rat are globally distributed commensal rodent species. They cause substantial economic losses by damaging furniture and buildings and pose serious public health risks through the transmission of zoonotic diseases. In early 2026, the World Health Organization confirmed at least 9 cases of hantavirus on the MV Hondias, which was sailing from Argentina to Cape Verde. 3 of the passengers died, including a Dutch couple who health officials believed were the first exposed to the virus while visiting South America. In New York City, 24 cases of the potentially deadly bacteria infection leptospirosis were traced back to contact with rodents and their urine. It often starts like a bad case of the flu, with symptoms such as high fever, chills, headache, muscle aches, vomiting, diarrhea, and red eyes, according to the CDC. In more serious cases, however, it can lead to jaundice, which is yellowing of the skin and eyes, kidney or liver problems, bleeding, and death if not treated immediately.
Wow. Good stuff.
Yeah, by the way, did you know, whatever town or city you live in, that for every person, the rat population is roughly equivalent?
Really?
Really?
Gross.
So in your town of probably pushing 15,000,
Mm-hmm.
means there's about 15,000 rats.
Great.
Yeah. They're going to be at the north end of the town by the pet food plant.
Yeah, will they?
Yeah, because I knew people who worked there and the size of rats they would see about were
Oh,
terrifying.
yikes.
But mice are more vicious than rats.
Really?
Mm-hmm. They're more likely to bite. Little bastards. I have a quick mouse story for you.
Oh, this will be great. Go for it.
When I lived on Laurel Street when I was going to university,
Mm-hmm.
Laurel Creek ran right behind it. So anytime there's a water source, there's going to be animals.
Yep.
Like not water buffaloes and stuff, but you know.
Yeah. No whales or anything there.
No, they
Okay.
couldn't make it that far upstream. And it was an old house, So it had lots of little openings, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
I lived upstairs, and I don't know how they got in, but I would get mice. And also a couple squirrels got in one time. That really sucked, I won't lie. Anyway, for whatever reason, they would go on top of my oven.
Okay.
So I set a mouse trap on, and I actually, you know what I used to do before I would set the mouse trap out? I would announce to the mice that I'm putting mouse traps out. Well, in the albeit vain hope that they would understand me.
Right.
My thinking was like, leave. I don't really want to kill you.
No.
Just go away.
Yeah. Yep.
Nobody listens.
No.
Anyway, so I put the trap on the oven. By the way, the best bait, peanut butter with a bit of summer sausage in it.
Really?
A1.
Okay.
Damn right. So I'm sitting there watching the Leaf game, and I hear the snap of the mouse trap. And I'm like, I'm going to sit here a bit. I'm not going to go out there and watch it in its death throes, you know. I got a heart. I'm a bit of a softie, in fact. So after about 5 minutes, I go out, and I go to pick up the trap. It wasn't dead, and it jumped right out of the trap and booked. I almost babbed myself right there, man. It scared the holy hell out of me.
Oh, I bet.
And that put a stop to my my noble approach to it.
Okay.
I didn't warn them anymore.
Okay.
Because I figured that's offside.
Yeah, no.
You shouldn't be allowed to
That's
do
just
that.
rude.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to die, go away, but don't play possum on me.
Yeah. Rude.
You know? Stupid mice. That's why I like living here on the 10th floor. I don't get anything like that. I barely even see an insect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if a fly makes it in here, I'm like, good job, dude. I don't know
Well
how you got here,
done.
but well done, you. So, yeah, that's stories.
Wow.
You should tell people that they should, give us 5 stars. And
Well,
leave reviews.
I was gonna say, speaking of rude, it'd be rude not to.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should give us 5 stars, just like the man said.
Or at very least, it would be very nice if they did.
If they did.
Let's take a positive approach.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like she said,
Yeah.
visit us wherever you're listening to us. Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music,
Whatever
Apple
you
Podcasts, Deezer. I don't even know all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Take a second and give us a 5-star review, please.
Yes, please.
And if you have a minute and you feel so inclined, absolutely give us a comment,
Yes,
a
please.
review. We genuinely
We
appreciate
would
that.
love that.
And visit us on our socials, Facebook, Instagram, and Tickety Talk, and follow along.
Mm-hmm.
And also, too, we were going to do the taste test of baby powder.
Oh,
today,
yeah. I forgot
But I
about
didn't
that.
get any new one.
Okay.
So we might do it next
All
week.
right.
Yeah.
I figure it's kind of like baking soda. You let it sit for too long, and do you keep it in your bathroom?
Yeah, under the sink.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll get a new one.
In a dry area. Yeah, I'll get a little, because you can have it after I'm done.
Can I?
Well, I don't know what the hell am I going to do.
I don't know
with
what
it.
I'm going to do with it.
Girls always use baby powder.
No.
Don't they?
No.
Really?
No.
How about women?
Maybe.
Good. That's because you're a woman, not
Yeah.
a girl. Yes, so that's it, everyone. Thank you very much for stopping by and listening. And as you know, or hopefully you will know now, that every Wednesday a new episode comes out. So we're off to get something to eat and try not to, spontaneously combust in the ridiculous heat.
And shit ourselves.
Excuse me? Why would that happen?
Because we're going to Piper's. No offense, Piper's.
It's
but-
only the antihedos that are dangerous.
Yeah.
I didn't have that problem last time, but my God, it's like half of France's cheese is in that order.
I'm going to get it tonight.
Oh, you're insane.
I'm going to do it.
If I do it, I'm going to get marinara with it instead of sour cream.
Ah.
It's too much, dude. It's too much.
I can't wait.
It's like 3 cows worth of dairy in there. All right, so on that note, take care, everyone, and of course, take care of each other.
Yes.
So, auf Wiedersehen, aloha, a biento, au revoir.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
The The Absurd Podcast is written, produced, and recorded by Rod and Mel. Music by Audionautics.com.